glad you got to come in. I have been asked to explain to you how cloning works. Whether you want to clone a cat, or you want to clone a sheep, or you want to clone a human. Cloning, it's basically all the same. It's actually a pretty simple technique. I'm surprised people haven't thought of it earlier. And it's also very low budget. So you could do this at home. All right, but what you need first is you need an egg from a female. Here we go. An egg from a female. And what you got to do is you need to empty this egg out, because really all we need is the egg shell. Now when we're talking eggs, we're actually talking, you know, not an egg like this. Or that kind of egg. But we're talking like, you know, a little tiny egg, cell egg. But still, cheap thing. All you need is a rusty spoon, and you can do this at home. You take the egg and you carefully extract the DNA out of the egg, which pretty much leaves the egg empty. But that's what we want. Tastes like chicken. Then we need the animal that we want to clone. This one. We have the animal that we want to clone. It's our little red spongy dinosaur. This is really getting a lot of spit in my mouth. It's okay, that was glass. Yeah, you can tell this is live. Anyway, so you take the animal donor, and out of the donor, we're going to take a cell. And it doesn't really matter what cell, because we don't really need the cell. What we need is our donor's DNA. And so, again, we just, there it goes. You just suck the DNA up out of the cell. Cell, you know, it's just a cell. We don't care about the rest of it. And then we need to put the DNA in our empty egg that we emptied earlier and made empty. So you take the DNA. Again, these are very delicate techniques, but you can do them at home. And you put the DNA in the new egg. So we have egg with DNA from little red sponge animal. The egg needs to be placed in our female, because, you know, she has to give birth to what's in the egg. But the female's gone. Besides, I really don't think this guy had a mother. But so you take the egg, and we'll just put it in my mouth where everything else has been going. Mouth. The egg goes through the female, and when it's time to give birth, just like any other animal, careful, watch your step. It gives birth. So it gives birth, and inside comes a new little sponge animal. An exact clone of our original. Now there's only one catch. Is our clone animal is actually just a little baby clone animal. It's not full grown yet. It's just a little baby. And so, you know, if this one's 3 years old, this one's always going to be 3 years older than our little clone. So this one has to grow up, but his circumstances or his environment probably aren't going to be identical to the environment or circumstances of our original donor. And so more than likely, in fact, it's almost impossible for it to be an exact clone. It might look the same, it might smell the same, it might have the same, you know, fuzzy stuff in the teeth. But it's not going to be exactly the same. It'll probably have a different personality, different behavior, because it grows up in a different set of circumstances. So it won't be an exact clone, but it may look just like it but it'll act way different because different things have influenced it as it grew. But that's cloning.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
All right, now if while you're extracting the DNA, you don't get it all, and you put it in the egg, if you're missing part of the DNA, that's like missing pieces of the puzzle. And what you get is an incomplete puzzle. And you get this animal, and he's missing legs and arms. He's not complete, he's all screwed up because he's missing part of his DNA. And most of the time, they die. Die.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.